Pastor here. Welcome to our week where we focus on emotional wellness. We started a conversation yesterday. We're talking about the fact that anxiety, depression, and all these negative emotions, they are just a sign that there's something deeper going on with the person that needs to be addressed. And today we're going to focus on the first area that is important to look at once you begin to deal with depression and anxiety and all these negative emotions. All right. So I want to begin with this question. What makes you feel good about yourself? What makes you feel good about yourself? The fact is, the need to feel good about yourself is a healthy need. The need to feel good about yourself is a healthy emotional need. All right. And so it's okay when you are trying to feel good about yourself when life knocks you down or when a situation arises that makes you feel maybe less than you want to be, that makes you feel like you are not in a good place. It's all right to try to get back again and feel good about yourself because it's a healthy need. All right. Now, before we get into that deeper, because that question is going to help us really put our finger on something very critical. I want to give you some analogy. Always, when I teach, I start with something you can understand and I bring you to something that you need to understand. All right, so I'm going to give you an example, which is really another, not a very clean example, but it will drive the point home. Now, on a hot day, we all sweat. And when you sweat you notice that your body begins to smell a little bit. Do you understand that? And so when you smell, then you don't even feel comfortable. So you just want to get rid of the smell. Do you understand that? All right. And let me give you a little science behind why when we sweat, we smell. The sweat itself is odorless. Sweat don't smell, but there's some bacteria in our skin. When the water gets in contact with it, they begin to multiply quickly, and that's where the smell comes from, right? All right. So now that we have a smelly person, pretend there's a smelly person here, right? Now, to fix that smell, there's a right way to go about it and the wrong way to go about it. The right way, obviously, is trying to shower and get rid of that bacteria that's causing the smell. So you just shower really good and clear all that bacteria, and then you are going to now kind of smell good. The wrong way, on the other hand, is try to get a strong perfume or a cologne and then spray it all over yourself to try to out smell the sweat, right? All right, and now when you do that, what you've done is that you have put in this chemical plus the bacteria plus the sweat, and so when it wears off, you are worse than before. The same analogy applies to the need to feel good about yourself, right? There are some things I call life bacteria, right? Anytime you don't feel good about yourself, there is what I call a life bacteria that is actually at work. And when we peel off the reason why you don't feel good about yourself, we contact heavy things like insecurity. We can't we put our finger on heavy things like inferiority. We come across heavy things like feeling irrelevant. We come across heavy things like shame, guilt, and all of these heavy, what I call life bacteria. That is what you are dealing with on the inside, and that's the reason why you don't feel good about yourself. And sometimes it's either subconscious or consciously, but the reason you just woke up and you don't feel good about yourself is because deep inside you are dealing with this heavy emotional bacteria, so to speak. You understand? And so once you understand that's what you are dealing with, a lot of people may or may not know that that is what is really happening on the subconscious level. So there is a right way now to handle this bacteria and a wrong way to handle it. All right. So the right way is to begin to understand that when I come to a place where I don't feel good about myself due to one of these things that I'm struggling with, knowingly or unknowingly, because sometimes you'll be dealing with it, but you wouldn't even know that's what you're dealing with, and it's making you feel yuck. Do you understand that? All right. Now here is what ends up happening. If you do the right thing, it means that you will take time to really dig deep and find out why you are not feeling good about yourself. Is it because of insecurity? Is it because of guilt? Is it because of shame? Is it because of feeling inferior? Is it because of all of these life bacteria, right? But the wrong way that most people tend to follow is what I'm going to talk about today. There are two wrong ways people try to use to get rid of this bacteria, so to speak. They use what we call masking and performance trap. What is masking? Masking is trying to use a natural means to cover a deeper psychological need. Masking is trying to use a natural means to cover a deeper psychological need. So the same way as the guy trying to spray the smell away, we mask ourselves. For example, some people will use makeup to mask insecurity. Some people will use a big car to mask them feeling small. Some people will use kind of abuse to mask their fear. Do you understand that? Right. Another perfume that is used is what I call performance trap. Performance trap is defined as trying to fill a sad life and avoid life with activities. You understand that? All right. So now that we got the analogy, let's now take a walk and see the making of depression, the making of anxiety, and the making of negative emotions.